All right, chat. Let's get this started, huh? So obviously you guys can't see some of the characters because my big face is here, but don't worry, we're gonna get to this. Fashion tier list. I'm mostly just rating their base fit, right? The fit that they were given in this game. That's what we're gonna rate. Obviously the characters have alt costumes and stuff like that. I'm not rating the alt costumes. I'm just rating the base costumes. That's all I'm gonna do because that's fair, right? Now, obviously, you know, the characters, there's a lot of outfits you can get in this game, right? And obviously you can customize your character as well. So yeah, we're gonna start that and just see how it goes. So we're gonna start with Alyssa, and I'm just in the customization because I feel like this is a good place to where you can see her outfit like from top to bottom, and you know, we can kind of rotate it and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't feel anything about this character. She's obviously a robot. As far as, like, robotic, like, fairy characters look, I love the colors that she's kind of putting on. They all kind of work, in my opinion. You know, she has a really beautiful hair color, as well. I think this is a cool-looking character, man, overall. Is it enough for me, like, to want to play her? Probably not. But I don't, you know, I don't think this looks bad, right? You know, I like the shoes, and the dress is quite nice. There's like this, like, almost like some chicken feathers or some angel feathers or something like that. She has like a nice little, some flowers. This is actually pretty good, man. I'm gonna give her outfit like, I'm gonna give it like a 7, right? I think it's like a 7. I think that's a pretty fair score considering like this is not up my alley at all. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a 7. All right, Asuka time. You know what Asuka reminds me of in this game? She looks like a Pokemon trainer to me. This is just a Pokemon trainer. I don't think it looks bad, right? Like she has like a lot of layering. She must be fucking hot. In this outfit, you know, granted, maybe she's making up for it, you know, having her legs kind of exposed a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I don't think this looks bad, right? It's a very, like, it's like she's going to school or university or something like that. To me, it's more school though, like high school or something like that. I mean, I don't know how old Asuka is, but yeah, I think this is just okay. It's all right, you know. She's it looks like she came out of Harry Potter or something like that, sort of, in a way. It kind of reminds me of that, too. So, yeah, I mean, again, all the characters look amazing because this game is running on freaking Unreal Engine 5, and the rigging on the characters are fantastic. So yeah. So, to me, you know, on a personal scale, I think this is like a, you know, I like, you know, it's very strappy, right? It's very well put together. Like, she's obviously... She can kick your butt whenever she wants. I'm gonna give this one like a 6. It's okay. Next up, we got Azucena, who is a new character to the Tekken franchise. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's so like her, right? And I believe she's from Venezuela, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I mean, you can obviously the sort of Latin inspired clothing, which... Yo, I gotta be honest with you. I kind of like... Oh, no. Excuse me. She's from Peru. Oh, okay. That's my bad. I thought she was from Venezuela. But yeah, no. She's Peruvian. Gotcha. My bad. Yeah, no, man. I think this looks great. She has... The jacket looks really cool. Like, I love the print on it. I hate that it's super low res. This is weird that this is, like, kind of low res. Like, you can make the argument, like, well, C4, it's, like, woven in, right? But... It's low res, man. The game looks pretty low res when it's like really up close. But I think it's okay. You know, I think it's, you know, she has some tights on. She's ready to kick some butt. I like sort of the flower, that was not a flower. Those are feathers. I like sort of the feathers on her. Yeah, and the colors really pop in my opinion. So she really stands out. Her hair looks gorgeous. This is just a gorgeous looking character in my opinion. I'm gonna give her... I would have given her a 9, but I'm not I'm not crazy about her shoes, like her sneakers. They kind of look like a pair of Jordans, like a pair of 6s or something like that. It kind of sort of it looks like a fusion pair. Like, remember growing up when, like, you know, I don't know if anyone grew up like collecting Jordans or stuff like that. I certainly did. And if you had a pair of Jordans that like were not like the numbered Jordans when he was like actively playing, like you always got, yeah, your fake J's, He always got to make fun of. So I don't like the shoes, but everything else kind of looks cool. But you know, what else are you gonna put on her? So yeah, I'm gonna give her like an 8. I do like it. I do like it. It's pretty good. All right, next up we have Brian. Man, this one has a lot of detail. This has a really interesting story to it. I didn't realize just how much was happening with his outfit, if I'm being honest. I think he looks cool, right? Yeah, he has some grenades. He has like, how do I do this? How do I, yeah, I mean, I'm not super crazy about it. Obviously, he's a really chunky boy. The pants look okay, right? It's kind of like a two-tone pants. He has like the skull on there. Has a little chain going. It kind of looks like he came out of Cyberpunk almost in a way, sort of, kind of. He actually looks cool in this game. Like his face I think actually looks pretty sick. I don't think this looks bad, but yeah, this is not terrible. I'm kind of leaning around a 7. Like I like all the stuff he has on, and granted it's Brian, so it's like you would think he just kind of throws anything on. But I don't think this is bad, man. I think he looks cool, in my opinion. I think it's like a 7 for me, yeah. Solid 7. Next up, we have Claudio. I hate fighting this character so much. You know, he looks like he came out of Devil May Cry 4, in my opinion. Like, I could totally see this guy being in, like, a DMC4 game. Obviously has all of his, like, enchantment stuff, right? He has, like, this demon face in the back there. Yeah, he's a JoJo character for sure. He's an RPG character. I think the layers look okay, right? I don't think it's over designed in any way. I think it suits the character really well, in my opinion. I think this is not bad, man. It's simple. It works. It's not over designed. I think all of it sort of fits the character and what the character does and sort of their backstory. Is it anything that, like, I'm particularly interested in? It's like, when I see this character, am I like, yeah, I need to play this guy? But not really, but I think everything works, man. So for that, I'm gonna give it an 8. Yeah, I think everything works together. All the colors work together. It's very well coordinated. And you might say, well, the belts feel like too much, but if you think about the character and what he does, it makes sense, right? So yeah, I'm gonna give it like an 8. It's not bad. All right, next up, Devil Jin. Oh, good. Old joy. Here we go. So, obviously, Devil Jin has had some pretty lame designs over the years. He's never really been a cool-looking character, in my opinion. But, yo, man, they actually made it work in this game, in my opinion. Is it, like, the best thing in the world? Not really. Like, his horns still kind of look weird. The wings actually look quite nice, in my opinion. I think they look quite elegant. And his outfit looks cool too, man. Like, yo, if I'm being honest, this is not bad. This is not bad at all. I'm also gonna give this like an 8. I think it looks cool, in my opinion. Like, at least the outfit. If I'm just looking at the outfit, I think the outfit looks good. I think this would look a lot better if he didn't have the freaking horns. If it's just the wings and stuff like that, I think this can look really cool, like even better. I like the boots. The gloves are a nice touch. Yeah, man, I think this looks really well put together. I don't know. I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it looks really good. And again, I'm bumping up scores here because the character rigging in this game is gorgeous, right? All the characters, they all animate and look relatively gorgeous in this game. So I'm gonna give that one an 8. All right, next up we have Dragunov. The second most popular character in this game, and according to since release, and that's official for Bandai Namco. That means a lot of people have been playing this guy. As far as Dragunov goes, I think he's okay. I think this is pretty simple. I like the jacket, right? It's just like very sort of like, you know, winter, like, you know, Russian jacket and stuff. The colors are kind of conflicting for me though. Like, he has like purple and then teal and then red. But as far as like his hair, I think his hair looks great. I like the jacket. The jacket is doing a lot for me. And I don't really like these type of jackets. Like, Like, not really. Like, these, like, winter jackets and stuff. But it's not bad, man. It's not bad. It's just... I feel like it could be a little bit better. I don't know. I'm feeling like a 6 on this one. Like, I'm not feeling crazy about it. It's not bad, though. It's really not bad. It's just okay. Next up, we got Fang. Another annoying character to fight. Really annoying character to fight. Yeah, I mean, that's Fang, right? I mean, this costume is super elegant. He has a lot of stuff going on. As far as, like, his outfit goes, I think it looks really cool, man. I love the dragon on there. That kind of looks like a phoenix. It's unfortunate, like, that the outfit itself is, like, unfortunately, just doesn't look good. It's super low res, and I really don't know why it's like that. I'm wondering if that's, like, a setting on my end. Like, that looks really bad, in my opinion. I mean, far away, it looks pretty good. It kind of comes together really nicely, but... So, I'm not going to take that away from the overall score. I think it looks cool, man. I don't know. I'm kind of digging this a lot. Like, one side, he has it on. The other side, he doesn't. All the colors fit really well. Yeah, I think this is good, man. I think this is really, really solid. I just... It's really pleasing to the eyes. It doesn't feel over-designed at all. Everything just kind of works for me, so... I'm gonna give his outfit like I'm gonna give it like a 8. Yeah, I really like this as well. I think this is really cool. All right, Horang, Jesus Christ. Sorry, don't pay attention to all that other stuff, all those other weird characters. Here's what I have to say about Horang. I strangely love this. I love how he looks in this game. In comparison to how he looked in Tekken 7, this is, to me, a big upgrade. It's so simple, but, like, it works so well, man. I love this shit so much. It's like, seeing this is what got me to even, like, try out the character and see what he's like. I just love how again, simple and effective. That's how I look at it. The hair option looks really... He's also... Like, yo, man, no homo, but this motherfucker, this is a good-looking fucking character, dude. Like, if I could look like someone for a day, I'd probably go with Horang, man. This is a charming-ass motherfucker. He's charming as fuck. And he's like a cocky bitch, and I love it. I don't know. I like the shoes, the pants. I love how baggy the pants look, but they fall really nicely, man. I love his gi. Just everything about it, man. The orange. It all looks really good, man. All of this looks really good. I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it's like the greatest thing ever, but I don't know, man. This looks really cool. I'm gonna give this like a 9, man. I really, really love this. This is like one of my favorite designs in the game. When I see him playing, like when someone picks a character, like I'm always excited because the rolled up shoulders are quite nice too, like, or the sleeves, I should say. And just the proportions work really well, in my opinion. This is great, man. Yeah, Horang gets a 9 for his design. It looks great. All right, next up we have Jack 8. God damn, this character is also a piece of shit to fight. Jesus. But we're not talking about him right now. Yo, man, as far as Jack designs go throughout the years, I'm gonna say, like, this is one of the best. Again, he just looks like he came out of Cyberpunk, right? He got, like, some crazy freaking upgrades all around the city. He went to some Ripper doctors. And, yeah, man, I think it looks cool. I think he looks really cool. I think it all works together really well. All the colors look really... They look good, right? I'm going to give this like a... I'm going to give it like a... I'm kind of leaning towards a 7, but... like... I don't know. The purple is doing a lot for me, man. It's subtle. It's not over-designed, and... It works for me. I'm gonna give this an 8. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. I feel like an 8 is fair. Now, I think this looks really, really cool. All right, next up we have Jin Kazama, the main pro tag of the game, and one of my favorite characters to play. And I gotta say, man, Jin's outfit looks pretty damn cool, man. I think it looks pretty damn cool, in my opinion. I love the jacket. The jacket looks so goddamn sick. His gloves look really cool too. The pants look really cool too. Even like this weird like belt thing that he has going on that really doesn't make any sense. It's just there because it looks cool. I think it looks great, man. The undershirt looks quite nice. It's a nice compliment. You know, it got a little chest showing. You got to show off the muscles and stuff. I love this, man. To me, this is almost like perfect. Like, it's simple, but it works, and it's really, really effective. And just everything about it to me is like, it's doing a lot for me, man. It's a really sick outfit, sick design, and in my opinion, this is like one of the best designs for Jin since probably like Tekken 4. Tekken 4 Jin, the one where he's wearing like the baggy sort of that baggy like sweatsuit outfit where he wears the hood. That outfit I'm kind of surprised is not in this game because that's one of his best designs. And obviously, you know, his Tekken 3 design is super iconic. But I think this is up there, man. I think this looks really freaking sick. I'm gonna give this one a 10, man. I think this is a 10 for me. It talks to me. Yeah, it fits the character as well. I think he looks great, man. To me, that's a 10. Maybe that's a bit high for some people, but for me, I think it's a 10. I think it looks really cool. All right, next up we have Jun Kazama, Jin's mom. And man, I'm digging this, man. Like, you think about this like holy character who, you know, is a spirit basically. It looks cool, man. It's unfortunate that there's some clipping back there, which, you know, the game has to kind of clean up in future updates and stuff like that. But I think it looks cool, you know. I think it looks pretty, it's you know, I think it fits the character really well. I'm not like super like crazy about it, but I think it works really well. I'm gonna give it a 7. I think everything works. I love the colors. Yeah, yeah. Nah, actually, I'm gonna bump it up to an 8. I think the black and the silver work really well. The hair looks quite nice as well. Yeah, man, I think this all works. I think this is an 8. I'm being quite generous, but I like Jun's design in this game. It looks quite nice. Oh man, I think this one is very easy. This one is a very easy score. I don't know how many people, I don't think many people are gonna disagree with this one. This is by far Kazuya's best design in any Tekken game, and it's not even close. This dude looks like a freaking badass. It's easily a 10, man. It's so... you know when you see an amazingly well-plated meal, right? When someone made a meal and it's so eye-catching and it's so eye-pleasing that it makes you hungrier? In this case, seeing this makes me want to play and try out the character. The purple jacket is it's gorgeous. It's so well detailed. The scaling is such a good choice. His stripe pattern suit looks quite nice as well. The bright red like cherry gloves is, you know, that's iconic to the character. And yeah, man, this, you know, and obviously you got like the purple like inseam looks really, if that's what you call it. It just works, man. To me, Kazuya has a perfect... This is like an easy 10. To me, this is his best design across all the Tekken games. He looks so goddamn cool, and it looks so sick. All right, here's King. You know, I mean, it's King, right? It's I think it looks really cool. He obviously has a lot going on. But I think it looks really well, man. I love the sort of like the speckling and the sort of like the glitter boots. That's such a nice touch. The pants look cool. I love all of this like tribal sort of like designs. A lot of tribal designs going on. He has a cheetah head. No. Is that a cheetah, chat, or a jaguar? I think it's a cheetah. It looks like a cheetah. Yeah, it's very pleasing. All the colors work really well. It's a jaguar, okay. King, Anger of the Beast. The cape is a nice touch as well. Yeah, man, I think this looks really goddamn cool. Overall, it looks great. It's hard not to give this one. I'm gonna give it a 9. I don't know what's missing from this. There's nothing about it I don't like, but I don't know. I've never been a big, you know why? You know why am I giving this one a 10? Because I'm still attached to his design from Tekken 3, the one where he's wearing like the sneakers and the shirt. And you guys know what design I'm talking about. That one, in my opinion, is like, that's my favorite King, and I wish they would have done something like that with him here. But as far as like a sort of a quintessential King design, I think this is like perfect for the character. So I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it looks great. Kuma in previous games, I feel like he was really over-designed in Tekken 7. And obviously he's had some, you know, some basic designs and stuff like that. I don't know why, man, but this is, to me, it's so simple, but it also works. You know what I'm saying? I think this looks... It just works for me. You know what I'm saying? He obviously is, he's missing his owner. Yeah, man, I think the Heihachi looks... The Heihachi look looks pretty good, man. I love that he has the headband. He has like the you know, the wrapped up wrist and the ankles and stuff. The vest looks really cool and well designed. You know, has a tiger looking at you back there. I think it looks great, man. I'm gonna give this one. I like this design. I think this is like one of the coolest things you could have done for Kuma. I think it looks really cool. I'm gonna give it an 8. I think an 8 is really good for him. All right, Lars. Oh man, Lars. Really cool character. How do I feel about Lars? I think it looks cool, but I'm not crazy about all the belts in the middle. It feels like a bit too much, right? It feels like a bit too much, but then I guess you have to think about, like, you know, he's probably wearing a high-powered suit. Excuse me. He's wearing a high-powered suit that, like, grants him, like, you know, his abilities and stuff. I don't think this looks bad in any way, but I'm not, like, in love with it. I think it's just okay. I don't think it drapes very well. Like, it's well, you know, it's well tailored, but I don't know, just something, I'm not crazy about it. I think this is just like a 7 for me. Yeah, like it's okay, but I'm not crazy about it. Also, his hair, Lars's hair is I've never been like the biggest fan of his hair. If I'm being honest, it's just okay. I think a 7 is kind of where I'm leaning towards. But man, this looks great, man. This is, like, in my opinion, one of the best Law designs ever. In my honest opinion, like, it's just Bruce Lee, man. It's just Bruce Lee, but it's like, it looks cool. Yeah, man, this looks so sick. He obviously has the yellow and black shoes. The pants look really good. You got the dragons on both sides. You have, like, all of this, like, these, like, roping, going around the belts look really good. Yeah, man, he obviously has the scar there in the middle, has the chain. This in my opinion is like, this is one of the most simple, it's simple, not over designed, and it works really well. All the colors work really well, and yeah, man, Law looks great. Yeah, the proportions, the shoes, the weapon. Yeah, you know, obviously you got the nunchucks in the back, which also look great. Yeah, man, this is just overall really good. I'm gonna give this like a 9. I think this looks pretty damn... I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Yeah, we're gonna add a 0.5 in there because I really like this. It's really talking to me. It looks really good. Man, Lee, huh? Here's the thing. I don't think it looks bad, but he doesn't... Yeah, it's like a tactical Lee, but I don't know, man. I feel like he looks a little bit too generic in my opinion. Like yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, the purple is nice, you know, it adds a nice touch to it, and obviously, you know, we got the white hair, but it just looks too basic for me. Like, obviously you got a lot of stuff going on, but it just looks like a jobber. Yeah. It's a cool looking jobber, don't get me wrong, but I'm not crazy about it. I think it's just okay. I'm gonna give this one like a 6. Actually, no. I'm going to give Lars as a 6. This one is kind of like a 6 as well. I think they're both kind of 6s to me. It's just okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, this one looks cool, right? I like the jacket. It has a lot of freaking belts and stuff like that. Jesus. This one looks okay. I think it works really well. You know, I kind of looks like a Kingdom Hearts character in my opinion. I don't know, man. It just feels like there's too much belt going on. When you start to add too much belt and rope, that's where you start to lose me. You gotta, because check this out, chat. You got a belt on the shoes, belts on the pants, belts on the torso area. You got belts on the jacket, belts on the gloves. Too many belts. Too many belts and buckles. I like the colors, but it's too many belts, man. So I'm gonna give this one like a 7. I don't hate it. It's not unpleasing, but it's not like a 8 or a 9 or not even nowhere close to a 10. So I think a 7 is fair enough. Next up, Leroy. Yeah, man. What can I say about Leroy? I think this looks cool. I think the pants are maybe a little bit too baggy, maybe just a little too baggy. But everything else I think looks great, man. They got the hair right. The hair looks quite nice. The sort of the white and gold jacket, or you know, whatever this thing is called, looks quite good. I like the gold shoes. Yeah, man, I think this is a nice design of Leroy. I'm not crazy about it. I think it's like a 8 for me. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think he looks really cool. Let's check her out. Let's see how she looks. Oh, okay. You know, for like I'm like obscenely rich character, I think this looks cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think everything kind of works together. She kind of looks like a fucking strawberry shortcake character, but like, it's like a strawberry shortcake that I don't mind taking a slice out of. The hair drapes really nicely. I love like that bright red accessory that she has. Yeah, man, I think all of this works really well. I think it all works really well. It looks, yeah, it just works for me. It's solid. Nothing is over designed. It's not too simple and too plain. There's enough color contrast where everything to me works really well. So I'm gonna give it an 8, man. It really works. Next up we have Nina. All right. So I have just maybe one gripe with the outfit. I think this looks really good. I love that she has the jacket on. The glasses look quite nice. Obviously that iconic purple, and yeah, man. I mean, super sexy character for sure. I don't like the sort of the tasseling, sort of like the tassel at the end of the dress. I don't know if I like the bottom of the dress. I don't know. It's just okay to me. I don't know if I like it that much to give it a higher score. But to me, I think Nina for me just gets like I'm gonna give her a 7, right? If it didn't have sort of the sort of the tasseling of like, you know, or the end of the dress, I think it probably would have looked a little bit better in my opinion, but yeah, man, I think I'm going to give it a 7, right? And, you know, a very sexy character, 100%, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like a 7. Next up, we got Panda. I mean, what can you say about Panda? You know, she's a very cute character, right? But I mean, it's just a panda with, like, you know, fucking... it's okay, I guess. You know, she's meant to be cute. I'm gonna give it like a 5. I'm not like super crazy about it, if I'm being honest with you. Like, the colors work. I think the colors look really good. I'm not gonna be that harsh. I'm gonna give it a 6. I think that's where I am. Oh man, next up we got Paul. And I don't think it looks terrible. I think it has some moments that I think look okay. But man, the hair on this one looks a little bit rough, in my opinion. I don't know if I really like how the hair looks on Paul in this game. And yeah, it just feels like a lot. Right? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't think it looks bad. I'm not crazy about it. There's definitely a lot of stuff going on. Right? I mean, it's clear that he's been road tripping for a while, and, you know, he's riding a bike and all this other stuff. I think the hair is mostly what just kills it for me, if I'm being honest. I don't think the outfit looks particularly bad. But I think it's just okay. I'm going to also give this one like a 6. It's just all right to me. Next up, we got Zafina. I have not seen anyone play in this game. No, I haven't seen anyone play Zafina at all. Zafina looks okay. Right. I think she looks fine. All right. I do like how her arm looks. I think this looks pretty sick, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's very, you know, it's simple but effective. This is something you can clearly over-design, but I think it works really, really well. All the pieces work really well together, and it's very unique to her character. Has a lot of details in it. Yeah, man, she's a very gorgeous character as well. Yeah, man, I like this. I think this works really, really well. I'm gonna give this one like an 8. We got Yoshimitsu coming up. I'm actually excited about this one. Damn, man. This is one of Yoshimitsu's one of his best designs. For sure. I think this looks super freaking sick. In my opinion, this is great, man. Now, this is kind of a hot take, though. I'm not giving this one a 10 because a part of me kind of wishes that the orange layers were also red. Now, granted, you can probably just do that, right? So, like, if I, you know, if I go, wait, where's entire body? Like, if I do this, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I'm trying to see which one is it. No, that's not it. Is it this one? Yeah, if it would have been like this. Yeah, see, man? Come on, dude. Come on. Yeah, to me that's already elevated to a 10. But we can do that. We can do that. And the thing is, it's more of an infrared red than it is red. I think it needs to be a darker red, but everything else looks great on it, right? I actually like how the feet look. I know that's like, wait, what are you talking about? But I don't know. That looks super. The leg feet section looks super sick to me. Obviously, you got the scarf. The swords look really cool. The mask looks really cool. It works really well. I'm actually gonna give this one like a 9.5. I just wish. I mean, you know what? Assuming you can change the color, it's a 10, right? And you can change the color. So I'm gonna give it a 10. All right. I mean, you know, here we have Xiaoyu. She has like some feathers at the end of her outfit for some reason. Very, very interesting. I don't think it looks bad. I kind of like the orange and the white. It's very simple, but it's not doing anything crazy for me either. It's just okay. It's okay. It's like a 6. It's a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. I almost didn't have any slots for Victor. Yes, chat, I like this character a lot. Leave me alone, okay? He's freaking cool. You want to talk about just a character that oozes coolness? Look no further than freaking Victor. Like a gray silver outfit. Nice coloring, beautiful tailoring as well. I mean, come on, man. He has the cuffs going on. My only complaint with this outfit and really the customization of this game is I wish you can change the purple coloring of the sword. I wish you could change that. I'm kind of surprised you couldn't change this. In my opinion, that's something that you change. But overall, I think this looks really cool, man. It's very basic. It works really well. I love the glasses, the shades, I should say. Everything looks cool about this, in my opinion. I don't think it's like when you see it, you're like, dude, that's a sick design. Oh my god. It's not that. but it works so well, and it's tailored so well, and it fits the character really well. It's like this, like, he's so damn good, and he literally leads a co-op, like a covert op group. Yeah, to me, this is like a 9. I dig it quite a bit. The design looks quite good. Next up, we have Steve. Yeah, like that suit. It looks like his suit was worth a lot of money. I don't know if I like everything about it, though. Like, he has, like, this sort of, like, military, like, colonel jacket with, like, the boxing boots. And then he has, like, some... I don't know, it's just... And then he has, like, these big crescents on the side. I don't know if I like it. It's kind of weird. I actually really don't like this, to be honest with you, chat. It looks kind of weird to me. Like, you know, chat, in comparison to, like, you know, in comparison to, like, this, to me, this looks awesome, right? Like, to me, this is, like, a really, really sick design. I even, in my opinion, think this looks better than the base design, right? Even, like, him, this, to me, makes more sense. Even this looks good too. Like, to me, this works, but with the jacket, it's a bit too much. So I'm gonna give this one like a 6. I don't know if I like it very much. I don't think it's terrible. I'm gonna give it a 5. Yeah, like, he also has like this whole neck thing, like this choker. I don't know if I like that for him. So I don't think this looks bad, man. I think he looks cool, if I'm being honest. All the colors, I think, work really well. Yeah, Shaheen is a really cool character, man. I think he looks cool. I really like how, you know, the jacket drapes. I love his, like, hair, you know, the sort of the top, you know, the sort of scars and the drapery that he's wearing. I think it looks really cool. I'm gonna give this one like an 8. I like the pants, the sort of military pants. I like how those... I like how they're designed and how they drape and stuff. Yeah, man, this looks cool, man. Looks like a modern day, like, Assassin's Creed character or something like that. It looks really, really cool, man. Really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give it like an 8. Very sick. C4 doesn't like Steve. Confirm. Next up we have Reina. The most popular character in Tekken 8. The character people have... that is not the character we were supposed to look at, chat. Give me one sec while I, there we go. There it is. That is a Jill out of Jill. Here's Reina. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I think it works. I think it's simple. I would have loved to see how she looks with, like, the jacket open. I think that would have looked quite nice, but I think this works, man. I love sort of like this like violet color that she has going on. I like the boots. Again, it's very simple and very effective. Her hair looks amazing, right? Like that. This is just a cool looking character. It's very simple. It works really well. Kind of curious to see, like, does she have, like, I'm trying to look at some designs that she has. What about this one? This is without the, oh my God. Damn, son. God damn, Reina. Fucking shit. This one has the hood on. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, Reina has some pretty cool designs in this game. This one is also really cool. We're not rating this one, unfortunately, but I do think it looks quite nice. But yeah, as far as this one goes, I think this one's like a 9. I'm really digging it. Damn, man. Man, Raven, jeez. Man, it's hard not to like this character, man. You could argue that maybe the leg area is has a little bit too much, or like armor. Especially if he's like a ninja, you know what I'm saying? But the freaking the armor, like, yeah, man, I just think he looks so goddamn cool, man. He looks so cool. You know, obviously he has his like twin swords in the back. Got the red scarf, you know, the gold, the blue, the red hints. Yeah, it's It's working for me. It is a little bit loud at times, which is like totally opposite of what like a ninja does. But I do like how it looks. I don't think it's perfect, right? I don't think it's perfect. But I think it does look really freaking cool. I'm gonna give this one like a 9. I'm really digging it. I think you can elevate it more by changing some of the colors and stuff. But for the most part, I think this looks really cool. So yeah, man, I'm gonna give him like a 9. I'm really digging Raven's design. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, there were definitely some high ratings for some people. In my opinion, Kazuya has the best design in this game. I mean, we can just go back to it right now. And yeah, man, in my opinion, to me, by far, the best fit in this game is without a shadow of a doubt. It's, yeah, man, it's Kazuya, man. This, it looks absolutely fantastic. He looks so goddamn cool. That was, Rate the Fits, and I think overall, man, this game has some really, really nice fits, for sure, man. And again, this is like, I think, no question, this is the best looking Tekken. It's the best it's ever looked, in my opinion. Best it's ever looked. The Unreal Engine 5 they look gorgeous in this game, man. And if you want my opinion too, man, this is like one of the best looking fighting games on the market right now. And that's like you know, in the same vein as like a Mortal Kombat and like a Street Fighter, in my opinion. I think this game has just from an artistic, creative level, I feel like even has an edge over some of those games. But at the end of the day, it's all subjective, you know? So it's pretty good, man.